A lot of people know that we've been out and we're gone for a week from the Abbey, and that we were housed by many people and really taken care of. And we had a talk last night a bit about debriefing on that and thinking about what came up. But um, thinking about the kindness of others when thinking about the people that were taking care of us, I was really seeing their practice real strong. I've been studying the the paramita of the perfection of generosity, and so it was a very good time to see that in action with people that were practicing generosity when it was needed, and also practicing joyous effort. It was all so kindly given and so given from the heart, and because of people's practice. And I also thought a lot about how we're not seeing all the people that are affected by the fires. We're back home and safe, and there's so many people out there that are not going to go home to a house that burned. I mean, they're going to go see it and it burned. And there's a lot of people writing into the Abbey asking what they can do to help us. And that's why I want to address the people out there that are thinking that. There's a lot of other people that need help right now. And it may be the other people in the same fire that need some donations. It may just be practicing the generosity of kindness or patience with somebody in your own daily life. Giving a smile to somebody. I remember when I first read about generosity, reading a book by His Holiness, and he said, offering a smile is generosity. And I really felt that. I just started practicing that for a while. I would go into town and I'd try to remember to smile at people at the cashier, at the grocery store and such. And it's like a boomerang. It comes back, people smile back. But there's the generosity of patience. When people are having a hard time, and maybe you're having a hard time dealing with them because they're acting out or such, and just being patient with someone, offering patience to someone is an act of generosity also. So there's many ways that we can give, and there may be people right near you that need help, that need food or clothing. I've heard a lot of negativities about our society from people that are real doom and glooming. And I look out at our society and I don't think there's ever been so much philanthropy, right, as there is right now. And I thought that a couple of years ago, and I would say it's increased even since then. There's a lot of kindness going on. And we saw it just in the people that support us every day while we're here. And they support us, took us into their homes. There may have been slight difficulties for that, but people seemed very happy. And it was really a reflection of the practice. And I saw that all the monastics here that were dispersed, that our practice really showed in just that most of us, I know I was in the same house as Venerable Nawang, and he woke me up at 5 because he has an alarm, and we practice on schedule. We did our prayers together at lunch, but mostly we think in a different mindset than before coming here, and the practice has been fruitful, and you can see it in your own life. It's very beneficial sometimes to stop and look at that. Not to look every day and say, oh, where's the progress? But to be able to look back and reflect on that, And now many of us are thinking, how can we help other people that are in need right now? And so, I don't know, it's just, even though it's been a disaster, I find it very encouraging. And then though we didn't go through a lot of suffering. Other people have, and so I don't want to say, oh, it was a great time and we learned so much, but we did learn a lot. And part of what I've learned is to recognize how many people live out around in the bush out here around us that also, I didn't realize we had so many people living out through the woods here. Because I lived in Montana, and most of the forest is federally owned. So you don't have people living out through there. Everybody's congregated along the river. And for me, just to reflect on what other people are going through and how good that is for the mind. At one point, I found myself thinking about what if the buildings burn down? How are we going to set up something so we can winter over up there, And that wasn't as helpful a thing to be thinking about as about what other people are going through. And so it's true, when we turn our minds to others, that is really helps us with our situation. I mentioned last night that I was talking to a man on the bridge over the freeway who was asking, why am I so messed up? And part of what I told him, though, when I told him, you have the Buddha potential. You have the potential to become a Buddha. And I told him that our practice has a lot to do with compassion. And I recommended that when he's dealing with other people that are having a hard time, to think this person has a potential to become a Buddha. This person is struggling. This person wants to be happy and avoid suffering. So even though it was a brief encounter, I hope that helped him. But I hope this whole experience has been good for all of us. It was very, very nourishing for me to see the depth of practice of a lot of the lay people that we interact with and how they are interacting with a lot of people. And there's so much interconnectedness, and it comes from being here and learning the teachings. And people come here and learn the teachings. We live here and learn the teachings and help them. They help other people. There's a lot of good going on in that way. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share.